Hi, Ryan, Bobby, and Tony. I love boys who play with action figures and collect toys.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome, everybody, to the 3POA podcast, episode 59. So good to see you all here. I am your host, LaserPants, also known as Ryan. I am joined, as always, by the man behind Action Force, the CEO of Valaverse, the one, the only, Bobby Vala. What's up, Bobby?
Dude.
What?
That surprise was pretty epic.
You liked it?
So, guys, I had no idea that was happening. Ryan did not tell me about that. And that was pretty awesome. I was like, whoa. I was like, kind of got a little chub for a second. I was like, oh, shit.
Close personal friend of mine, you know? me and Trisha. You want to see it again real quick?
I do.
Hi, Ryan, Bobby, and Tony. I love boys who play with action figures and collect toys.
How much did you have to pay her to do that?
Nothing. No, it's friend of a friend. So she's working with a fan of the show, friend of ours, Espo, Meme Master Mike.
Nice.
They're working on a movie right now, and so he sent that over. I was surprised, like an hour before the show, he sent that over. And I'm like, what? Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
That was really awesome.
Yeah, and I got a little something to pick up from the P.O. box as well on Monday from him. So I'll be showing that on the next show.
Ooh,
very excited.
Like show safe?
Huh?
Is it show safe?
I hope so. Yeah. But yeah, that's Trisha Helfer from, I think made most famous from Battlestar Galactica, the reboot from 2004. Right? Yeah. She played number 6.
She's still a smoke show too.
Yeah. Yeah, the Cylon, yeah. Okay, so let's take care of some housekeeping real quick. Unfortunately, Tony's not here tonight. In fact, he is stepping away from the show for the time being just because of his very much increased work schedule and the limited free time that he has. He is going to be focusing on the Analog Toys channel. So for the time being, it's going to be me and Bobby here on the 3POA. But, you know, door's always open to Tony to come back whenever he wants. Just want to take care of that real quick. And let's see, what's next? I got something pretty cool in the mail earlier this week. You might have gotten one too. I don't know. But our friend Tony Robles sent me out my very own file card for the White Potato. So he sent a custom figure to me. It's been a few months, last year at some point, and he recently set out a custom file card for me. So thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony Robles. Very nice of you.
Yeah, I literally just opened that late last night when I was leaving the office because I had some mail from the PO box, and that was in there. And I meant to send him a message, so I'm glad I didn't, because now I can say him publicly. Thank you, Tony. That was absolutely awesome. I saw it and I showed everyone at the office. I was like, look how cool this is. And that will go on the board of fan stuff that you saw in the first video of the office tour.
He and I want to talk about that in a second, but he wrote a whole like bio for me, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he started off with during his life, Ryan would have many interests. 2 of those were toys and explosives. And that's actually true. So thank you again, Tony. Okay, so you have been stepping up your YouTube game on Valaverse, on the Valaverse channel.
A little bit.
It's looking really good. You uploaded 2 very nice tours of the new office.
Yes,
which
sir.
is looking good.
Yep.
You mentioned that board with all the fan mail.
Yeah.
Certain picture was on it.
Certain picture. It's nothing new. That was in the first tour video.
I mean, I think I sent that out probably going on 4 years ago now.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, because that was Infinity Equation days.
Yeah.
But you had sent some comic books out to myself and Dante and Todd at the time, and you'd signed the cover. I forget which issue it is. I should have dug it out. But on it, you wrote, "To Ryan, stop sending me nudes." And then you signed it. And so I had like found some action figure at Target that you were looking for. And so I printed out that picture, photoshopped it. I photoshopped my head onto George Costanza, that classic picture of him on the bear rug. And I sent that out and said, "Here, Bobby, here's the nudes you wanted."
Picture follows me everywhere I go.
Yeah. All righty. Series 4 is shipping out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we had, we blew through all the pre-orders really fast. I have my whole crew here, thousands of orders. Usually I post every time something breaks a record, but everything keeps breaking a record, which is why I didn't post about this. Series 4 shattered everything. Like Series 4 was more pre-orders than we've ever gotten. And it's more items. Like the order size of Series 4 was massive. Like we have our normal size box. It's like a 12.95 that could fit like 2 or 3 items in it. I'd ordered a ton of those because it's just our normal box we send out. And like we blew through all our big boxes because all these orders were just big boxed orders. Like there were some that went out in two boxes because they were so large. We were sending some people ordered so many figures that I was sending them sealed cases of stuff.
Wow.
And then like someone this past week ordered 31 Desert Condors. So we sent them a case and a half, so it's just like the amount of items going out of this office is mind blowing. Like this has just destroyed every series. So again, keep breaking records and stuff like that. But it's just even today, like usually we'll get through pre-orders and then it'll be heavy for like a week. And then it'll kind of slow down a little bit because everyone kind of has ordered and now it's people just trying to like catch up or order more and this and that. And then everything stays like consistent for like the rest of the year. Yeah. There is just constant orders. It's like, we fulfilled all the orders up to the end of Friday. And then I came in today and I was printing out orders and we already have like, I don't know, almost 400 or 500 orders like in the basket already. And it's just like the amount people just keep ordering is staggering. Like, I'm just like, this is nuts. And then not only that, the Vanguard orders, like my stack of Vanguard orders is like this. It is absolutely epic. Like keeping those aside, I'm like, holy crap. Like that's a ton of Vanguard orders. And even those like still coming in wave after wave after wave. Like it's just coming in and it's not stopping. Same thing with White Dragon. It's like that hasn't really let up either. And then we just posted a new one. So now it's like there was a flood of even more with the new photos that just came out. And then the fact that people now know that it's shipping early. So it's just like, it's amazing that you guys are buying so much. And I couldn't be more thankful that you guys are spending your hard-earned money for my product. So thank you very much.
That's awesome. Is there any figure in particular that's running low that you just want to give like a get on it now type of warning?
The head pack is very low. Well, I wouldn't say very low. I mean, a couple hundred left, but it's a head pack's in every order. So,
cool.
you know, the head packs are going to go quick. There's things that, you know, like people are ordering blowbacks like crazy, you know, the Swarm Tracer, you know, and it's like someone asked me like, oh, what's the, you know, the best-selling item? And I'm like, well, there's a best-selling item, like the one we've moved the most amount of units, which is blowback. But everything, like the next one down and down and down, everything is right on its heels. There's nothing that there's like a big gap. Everything is selling and like selling really well. So I'm like, wow, this is a great series. It's been our most successful series because every item is unbelievably successful. Not that past series aren't, because we've sold through just about everything of every series. It's just that the sheer number of this stuff that's flying out of here. And it's like, you know, we definitely ordered way more of Series 4 than we have any other series. But that's also because we have so many more new customers coming in on a weekly and daily basis. So it's like, you know, and it's like people see this stuff and they're like, wow, that, like, I saw someone today post a picture. They must have ordered a bunch of blowbacks because then they took all the heads from all the other characters, Desert Rat, Rollout, Condor, and they made a whole squad of like almost jungle troopers with all the blowback bodies. And I'm like, now people are just going to buy more blowbacks. They're like, well, I need more.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got this Desert Steel Brigade, which looks
that
awesome.
one's so nice.
I'm sure that the Desert Vanguard has contributed to a lot of these sales. People want a Desert Squad, a Steel Brigade to go with their Vanguard. And then Big Bad, they still have the Arctic Steel Brigade.
Yeah,
they're exclusive.
Yeah.
That's
you better go get those guys because they're going to go quick, man. I'm telling you, because they're not sold out yet. But as soon as they get their stock in, they're going to go real fast. So
yeah, I bet they will.
Get on it.
Still, I think Steel Brigade is probably still one of your most popular characters.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got a bunch of super chats here already. And we're going to run down the 2024 Valaverse Con circuit, the convention circuit that you're going on. This is this the most cons you've ever done in a year?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Because I'm going through the list. I'm like, oh, this is a lot. This is like
usually it's like 2 or 3. You know, last year we did 4, I think, two small shows, and then Joe Fest and PowerCon. So.
Right. Now you're picking things up. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. We got a member chat from Mutron78. Thank you, sir, for being a member for 4 months. He says, UK replay crew showing some appreciation to you fine gents. January bonus meant I finally got to order a 3.75-inch Desert Rat from Bobby.
Nice. Thank you.
Awesome.
Hope you dig it, man.
Yeah, from the UK. Oh, Mutron is that's an Action Force character, isn't it? Palatoy era?
Well, Muton is, but he's
okay.
Mutron.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you, sir. We got a new channel member, Carlos Caceres. Thank you, Carlos, for joining the membership. I am doing an after show tonight, so stay tuned. After this show ends, we're going to get into the after show maybe about 10, 15 minutes after. And then a member chat from our buddy M. Vargo97, member for 5 months. He was one of the first members to join. Thank you, sir. He says, looking forward to seeing what shows you'll be at this year. DFW is a possibility for us if everything works out. We're going to talk about that.
Michael, listen, when you finally see the exclusive for that show, nobody's going to be missing that show.
Yeah. Let's see here. We got another new member, Kent Heltzinger. Thanks for joining the channel. Appreciate you, man. Remember, after show tonight, stay tuned. And then our good buddy, Tony Robles. Thanks for the super chat. The file cards are for the figures I gave y'all at ValaCon, I remember, with artwork by my Sil Tiathulu 42 SIL. Is that military thing?
I think it's just his Instagram name, or is that his Instagram? I don't know.
Could be, yeah. I'll look for his response in the chat. But yes, thank you, Tony. That was awesome of you. This is going in the scrapbook, just so you know. All right. Tony's here. Analog Toys. He says, my Series 4 order is due to arrive in the next few days. Stand by for an epic video.
It better, man. I paid extra for expedited shipping.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and he lives in the desert, so the steel brigades will be put to good use.
Yeah.
All right, we got a super chat from Tony. Thank you, man. He says, I'm too busy posing as LaserPants over on Robo's Patreon. That is so weird. Okay, so I'm watching Robo's Weekly this morning, and the list of names is coming up for his Patreon members, and there's LaserPants 81 in it. And I'm like, I'm not a channel member or a Patreon member of his. So I don't know if that's a troll. I asked the group, I'm like, you guys think this is a troll? Or what is this?
I don't know.
Weird. It's weird.
Sounds like a bunch of fake news, like why he doesn't collect Action Force.
Probably. Thank you, Tony. I guess Tony's posing as me over there. Hopefully you're saying inappropriate things to get me canceled. All right. Just Jeff, thank you for the super chat. He says, "Grats on your success, Bobby. Can't wait to see what's next. I sent not Batman figure here request. Really though, grats. He wants you to make an Action Force, totally not Batman figure.
Of course.
That's what he's saying. So get on that.
So I'll make a guy in all black with a black cowl with no ears, and then the ears will come with a separate figure that you could plug into the head, right? Something like that.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Just you put it in a separate box and it's a free gift.
Yeah.
Like the overseas companies do. Mm-hmm.
It's the same way Bale made the cowl. You know, they had to order the ears and the cowl from separate companies. You know, you got to hide the suspicion, you know?
Yep. We got Bear 11 Charlie. Love the Arctic Troopers. Swarm Tracer is my new favorite figure. It is pretty damn cool. Where I put it, here he is. And this thing, people have been hitting it with a black light, and this thing will light up an entire room.
Yeah, they're bright. They're bright. Yep.
Let's see here. We got Fred F. What's up, Fred? He says, Series 4 is so awesome. I actually canceled my classified pre-orders so I can order more.
Fred, my man right there. That's what I love to hear. Thank you. That means a lot.
Thank you, Fred. Thomas goes nostalgic. Thank you, sir. He says, got 3 glow in the dark swarm. They are awesome.
Thanks, man.
Totally agree. I'm on record saying I didn't care about glow in the dark stuff before you put this out.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah, you've actually changed my mind because even not glowing, he still looks really cool.
Well, and that was the thing I was worried about. I'm like, well, I want to do a glow in the dark figure because I think it's cool. And I was worried at first. I was like, I don't know if this is too gimmicky. I don't know if it'll sell well. But he just looked so cool, even not glowing. I was like, yeah.
It works. And even that Swarm 2.0 head sculpt.
Yeah.
That on Swarm Horde, it looks cool with the black and the gray.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Thomas. We got Headcanon here. Thank you, Headcanon. Will the Steel Brigade dossier creator link be fixed? It looks like it was cut off during the website update.
Yeah, we're looking into it. Possibly.
There you go. Junkion, thank you, sir. He says, Bobby, quell the criers. Explain why you used green on the Arctic figures.
I've mentioned this before. So when I was doing the research on what real world military Arctic gear looks like, that was a color that was used on Arctic gear. Because if you go out, there's not, you want to blend in, and there's different shades of white. There's like that light blue, and every now and then you get, especially when there's pine trees, the reflection of the green of the pine tree on the snow. So you get that lighter green tint on things. So this is why that gear is done that way. It's very much based off real world military. So that's why I did it.
All right. We got
and listen, if there's criers, I'm not hearing them because I'm selling a shit ton of them. So I don't know.
Let's see.
The criers are buying it anyway.
Tony, what's up? Tony Robles once again. Thank you, sir. He says, Bobby, since we have 5 condors, are we getting a sniper named Kylie?
We'll see. That might take some finagling,
Thank you, Mr. Robles, once again. Timothy Hance, thank you. Everything coming out has been amazing, but the Swarm Tracer is the coolest thing so far.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Timothy. Sugarman with the member chat. Thanks for being a member for 2 months. Bobby, you should rename the line Crack Addicts because we fiends.
That just finally helped me think of the name I wanted to call everyone. When I send out the newsletters, it starts off like, hey, Action Force fans. And I'm like, I want a name for us. Action Addicts, man. Action Addicts.
That's good.
That's us. That's us.
Good. Mike Espinoza, there he is. The meme master, Espo. He says, missed opening. Happy you enjoyed. Cheers. Hey, are you here right now? I'll play it again. It's worth playing again.
We should play like every couple minutes.
All right.
Hi, Ryan, Bobby, and Tony. I love boys who play with action figures and collect toys.
Just saying. Thank you. Espo, you're the man, dude. Thank you so much.
I like how she blew the kiss with the hand that she's got the giant rock on her finger with.
I know. Yeah, well.
I don't want to see that.
Let's see here. You got Figure Fever. What's up, Figure Fever? Good evening, Ryan, Bobby. Great YouTube video, Bobby.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean, the production on those is really good, man.
Yeah. The guy that I have running my channel now and doing all the content, he comes up once a month. We film a bunch of stuff. And he says this is when we're putting stuff up. We come up with a schedule. He's coming up again, I think, like the first week of February. We got our schedule of stuff we're going to film. But I'm excited for what I think is going to debut this coming week. Is going to be like a 5 or 6 part series that's going to lead to something absolutely epic that actually has to do with one of the conventions.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Looking forward to that. Stay tuned. By the way, the link to Valaverse's YouTube is in the description below, but hopefully everyone here is already subbed.
Yeah, you better be.
Yeah.
And if you're subbed on the Valaverse channel, you should definitely be subbed on 3POA. So
yes,
make sure you make that happen.
Calvin Wilkinson, thank you for the super chat. He says, Dear Santa Bobby, I've been very good this year. Please give us a World War II Axis and Allies weapons pack, M1, MG42, etc. Possibly even a hand pack with knife hands, gloves, pointing hands, etc.
Maybe.
Okay. Good suggestions. Thank you, Calvin. KJ Smith, member for 4 months. Thank you, KJ. Any word on the Invincible license?
Was that something you guys really wanted? That was like for real? That wasn't like a joke? You guys weren't trolling me like when you did with the vehicle and then I made a vehicle? That was like for real? I mean, listen, if that's like a real license you guys like absolutely want, I need to hear it. I want to hear the numbers. I want to make sure that there's a fan base that says, yeah, we want Valaverse Invincible figures. And if that's the case, well, I'll look into it.
Yeah, I do. I like Invincible. D Amazing got me to start buying the comics, and so I'm on volume 2 right now. It's good, man.
Great book.
I mean, very simple art style, but the story is really cool. All righty. Thank you, KJ. Mike LeMay with the super chat. Can we get a glow-in-the-dark ghillie suit?
Stop it, Mike. Stop it. You know that's not possible.
Yeah. And thank you, D's Nuts, for $5. Thank you, sir. Howdy from Texas. Everything looks great. Looking forward to the Vanguards. Hope Texas is on the convention circuit list. Keep up the amazing work. Stay tuned.
We're gonna it is. We're going to be talking about it. Don't worry.
Absolutely. And the last one, Alex S. with the member chat. Thank you, sir. Bobby, you missing a pin on the map in Costa Rica. I get stuff shipped to Miami, but then gets shipped to Costa Rica.
Thank you. Good to know. Good to know. I will put the pin in there. It's funny you say Costa Rica. Me and my wife are trying to plan a trip for her birthday in April, and Costa Rica is on the list.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'll note that.
You should hit up Alex and see if you can stay with him.
I don't think he'd want me and my wife staying there.
Okay.
We're going to be, doing the adult thing every day. Yeah. I don't think he wants that going on in his house.
Oh, all right. Thank you, everyone, for the very nice super chats. Okay, let's run it down. All the multiple Valicons.
All the multiple Valicons
in 2024, and it's starting soon. It's starting in just like 4 weeks in February. Where are you going in February, Bobby?
We are starting off the 2024 convention circuit at ZoloCon.
That's right.
Yep. I believe that is February 21st through the 23rd.
I am bringing that up right now. I should have had this ready, but I was distracted by the very beautiful Trisha Helfer.
Yeah, well, it's understandable. It's understandable.
ZoloCon 2024, February 23rd to 25th in
That's right.
Warminster, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Link to buy tickets to this show is in the description below, or you can just go to zolocon.com. This is your first time going to ZoloCon.
It is. Ninja like swears by the show. He's been trying to get me to do the show for I think like the last 2 years. And luckily they had, when I was talking to them about doing ZoloCon, they do two. They do one in the winter and then one in the late summer. And I couldn't do the one in late summer because I already committed to another show. But they're like, oh, our show's booked for this one. And then they reached out to me like, hey, we had a big booth drop out. We were going to split the booth up. I said, I want the whole booth. Give me the whole thing. I'll take the big one. So they were able to accommodate, my booth size for their show, and I'm excited. It's not that far from me, and Ninja's excited. And from what I hear, this show is awesome. I've heard a lot of people tell me how great this show is, and I think there might be a small exclusive for this show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow. I think I'll announce that as it gets closer to the show, but I do have something that I was like, oh, you know what? I can take that and sell that as an exclusive. It's something that I haven't released yet, but it's something pretty cool. And it goes kind of with Series 4. So, more on that to come. But yeah, so if you're going, you'll be able to pick this up there.
This is at a place called the Fuge Convention Center. Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
FUGE?
I think it's an old NASA space station or something.
That's what I've heard. Yeah. The inside is really cool. I mean, you can see it here. They got a lot of colored lights and things. I saw our friend Art G was at this con last year, and it looked pretty cool. The Mythic Legions guys had a big setup there, and tons of vendors, tons of stuff. Looks like a really cool show.
Yeah, it's a good show for buying like vintage stuff. So I'm pretty excited to go there and just drop a bunch of money. I also want to buy a bunch of comics. So
awesome. Real quick, because we're going to get this question a lot. Let's get right to it. Fred wants to know, will any of these exclusives be available online?
I don't know. Now, normally I do, but I think this year what I'm going to be planning is that the convention exclusives will be exclusive to conventions. And that means like whatever is left over from one convention to the next, we will bring that stock. So we'll have an exclusive for this show. We'll have one for another show. We'll have one for another show. But if we still have stock remaining, it'll overlap to the next show and the next show and the next show. I might not list anything until 2025 on the website because it is important for you guys. I know you all can't do it, but it's important to come out to these shows and support the vendors and just come out there and mingle and like get out of the house and go to a convention. Make the trip. It's a fun time. So, you should try to get to these shows and be there. So that's probably what we're going to be doing is making these show exclusives for a while. There has to be an incentive for you to come to this show. So that's probably what we're going to be doing.
Art G is going to be there.
Awesome.
You'll have to give him an exclusive interview there at the booth.
Maybe.
He'll be the X-Manny of that show. There you go. Thank you, Art G. All right, so that's February, and then like 2 weeks after this. Wow, no, 2 weeks after this.
Yep,
you're going to be heading to, and this is a mouthful, Northeast Comic-Con and Collectibles Extravaganza in Boxborough, Massachusetts.
Yep.
Yeah, that is March 8th through 10th, and this is a first-time show for you as well, correct?
No, I've been to the show 4 times already.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. This is a show that me and Jordan loves this show. It's one of our favorite shows to do. It's local. We have a really fun time there because it's an older hotel and like ballroom and stuff like that. But the way the hotel is set up, it's got like an indoor pool and the rooms surround the pool. And like they have all these fake, like not fake plants, but tropical plants there, like real plants. So you feel like you're in this weird like rainforest oasis. We bring the football, we throw the football like in there because it's really long. And then the show itself is really fun. It gets, for a small show, it gets a ton of foot traffic. And we do really well at these shows, and it's just always a fun time. There's a lot of the same vendors there, which is good. It's just a good time. Ninja comes all the time. There's this huge parking lot out on the side of the building, and then there's basketball nets over there. Me, Jordan, and Ninja will play horse, and we'll throw the football out there. The last show we did there was really cold, so this one's probably going to be cold too. So we didn't last very long. But when we did the summer show, oh man, we have such a blast. So I keep going to the show because it's really fun to do this show. And like I said, it's a lot of people come, a lot of locals come. So it's good to see the people that end up coming to this show.
I mean, I personally, I think I'd prefer like a colder con. I mean, sometimes like in Augusta or even last year in Ohio, dude, it was freaking hot. You'd walk outside and you're just instantly drenched.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember when I sent Jordan to the trailer to go get the box of bags?
Yeah. It was funny because you were like, go get your shine box.
No, Ryan. I actually felt really bad when I asked him. So guys, just real quick, where the parking lot was to leave the trailers after setup for PowerCon was like, it was like next to the building, but you couldn't get there one easy way. So you almost have to walk like a quarter mile around the building to get there. And it's in a city, so it's big. The blocks are big.
Yep.
And it took you a good 10 or 12 minutes to walk from the convention center to the trailer. Because even when you leave the convention center, like walking through their convention center is enormous. Then you got to get outside. Then you got to walk outside down the block and over to the parking lot. And then the parking lot's huge. So we were out of bags, the big green bright bags. Mm-hmm. And I was like, someone's got to go get these. And I was like, well, I'm not going to get them. And I think other people were helping out. You were helping out.
I was like, I need a bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So I said to Jordan, I said, hey, man, I got a shit job for you. Like, I felt like really bad. Like, I even said it like with some remorse. And he's like, what do you need? And I told him, and he did it, man. He went. Now, granted, he was sweating when he came back, because the box of bags were heavy. But he did it, and I was thankful that he did it. So thank you, Jordan.
Yeah, he is a workhorse. I've said it before.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the Northeast Comic-Con and Collectibles Extravaganza in Boxborough, Massachusetts at the Regency Hotel Convention Center, March 8th through 10th. And then as of now, it looks like you're taking April off.
Yeah, my wife's 40th birthday is in April. We're planning our trip. So I'm going to take April off. Yeah.
Sounds good. But then in May, you got Shop the Curiosity Toy Show. Now, this is their website. Don't look at that date. That says 2023. They haven't updated it yet. The correct date is May 18th, 2024. Shop the Curiosity Toy Show.
This is another show that I'm really, really excited about. The girl that runs it, Nicole, she is fantastic. She has her IG channel, Shop the Curiosity. Go follow her. She puts some great content up. She runs this show, and I've always heard great things about it. I couldn't make it last year, but she always comes to the Boxborough show, and she'll be at ZoloCon, and she does such a great job with making letting people know about her show. She cares a lot about like toy collecting and her show. So I was happy that I was able to make it this year because it's a really, really good show. From what I heard, the Four Horsemen go there. It gets a ton of foot traffic. There's a lot of really good vendors selling a ton of vintage and modern stuff. So it kind of has everything you need. So yeah, I was excited to tell Nicole that, hey, I'm doing your show. So
cool.
Yeah, go if you're in the area or close to the area, go support her and go to this show because this one's going to be fun.
Shopthecuriosity.com. Again, link in the description below. This is in Danbury, Connecticut. Is that how you say it? Danbury?
Danbury, yep.
Danbury. That's not too far from you in Rhode Island, is it?
It's not. Here's the thing, though. And Jordan hates when I talk crap about Connecticut. I hate Connecticut. And I think everyone who doesn't live in Connecticut hates Connecticut because Connecticut is notorious for just absurd amounts of traffic. Like driving from Rhode Island to New Jersey when I visit my family, it's like you got to go through Rhode Island, Connecticut, part of New York, and then New Jersey. Without fail, doesn't matter what time of the day, doesn't matter when in the calendar year, you will always, always, always hit traffic in Connecticut for no reason whatsoever. They're always doing construction. 95 in Connecticut is absolute dog shit. Like,
Yeah.
I can't stand Connecticut. And then it's like, well, you can bypass 95 and go the Merritt Parkway, but it's a highway that's only 2 lanes. So if you got some asshole going 45 miles an hour in both lanes, well, you're shit out of luck. So there's like no good way of getting through Connecticut. It really sucks. I like when she first told me where this show was and I looked it up, I'm like, wow, it's like by the Connecticut New York border. I'm like, I have to drive through all of Connecticut to get there.
I remember when we drove through Connecticut to get to Ohio, it was like 4 to 5 in the morning and there was still traffic.
Yep. Connecticut sucks, man. It absolutely sucks.
Yeah. All right. And again, Saturday, May 6th, that's 2023. They haven't updated their site yet, but the correct date is May 18th.
Yep. Saturday, May 18th. It's just a 1-day show. So make sure you get there because you got to stock up in 1 day.
All right. So then you have June. June is the next show.
Yeah.
June 8th, 2024, the Maryland Toy Expo. It's Maryland or Maryland?
Maryland.
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 June 8th, 2024. And you were at this show last year.
I was. This was a really fun show to do. Yeah, the guys that run the show are great. It's cool. Like it's a weird, I don't want to say weird venue, but it's in this, I don't want to say a fairground because it's not really a fairground. It's like you enter this giant like parking lot where they have, it almost seems like a dune buggy track. It's got a rodeo pen. It's got like all these different like event areas. It's almost like a big county fair location. And they have 2 giant buildings that house the convention. So like there's a ton of stuff. Like this show is probably the size of what PowerCon was, but it's in 2 buildings. So,
wow.
You know, we're in 1 building and stuff. Now, it did kind of suck that day because I believe it was raining, you know, because this is another 1-day show. But yeah, I think it was raining that day. So like trying to run over back and forth was a pain. But hopefully they have really good weather for this one. I mean, it is in June, so it'll be better. But it's a fun show. You know, Ninja showed up. It's always a blast when Ninja shows up. There's really good vendors. I think I bought a ton of stuff at this show. The gentleman that gave me those little wood figures, he gave them to me at the Maryland show. So this is a good show.
The Timonium, Maryland.
Yep.
Timonium. It's at the it says Exhibition Hall and the 4-H building. Yeah, June 8th. That's a bit of a drive for a 1-day show.
It is, but I mean the conventions are fun, man.
Yeah,
they're really fun. If they weren't successful for us, we wouldn't be doing them. So it's like the show's successful, and if the show's successful, then I'm going to do it. Listen, even if I were to break even for a show, I think I'd still go, just because, you know, me and Jordan, we have such a blast doing these shows, and you're coming to a bunch of them. So it's like it's just fun, man. Conventions are fun. It's fun to like see the fans, talk to people, mingle. It's just a good time.
I'm not going to this show. It's too close to unboxing art. I don't want to be around unboxing art. Yeah, not that. I'm kidding. No, I'm not going to this show. But the next show I might. But before we get to that, Alex Sanchez in the chat says, Bobby, cut the BS and get your ass to a New York Comic-Con. What are you, a shitty Riot Press level toy producer? Or are you the toughest son of a bitch in the business, 316?
I mean, when you put it like that.
I love Alex.
It's tough. Listen, guys. Like, I'm trying to think what I hate more, California or New York City. I'm not going to say New York as a state because upstate New York is really nice. New York City, I find despising. I spent 2 years there going to school. And then I was working at Fisher Price there. I think New York City, and I feel like I need to take a shower. But California, what a shit state. So I don't know. If you had to say, listen, you know, you're only allowed to go to a convention in one of these 2 states, I probably just would never do conventions. But New York, no way, man. Plus, it's if you want a booth at like New York Comic Con, not in the basement, like, listen, I'm not saying I'm not big time or I am big time. I'm just saying that I shouldn't be in the basement. I should be on the top floor with all the other big time companies.
So when I went, the basement was
it's like Artist Alley.
Artist Alley and the meet and greet for the celebrities. All the vendors were upstairs.
Okay.
But that was also 2021
Gotcha.
COVID year. So it might be, I don't know, might have been different.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But Alex, if you want to hop on the after show, let me know. I'll send you the link.
Don't invite me.
Yeah. I like talking with Alex. All right. So we got Maryland. And then this is the big one. Just 2 weeks after Maryland, June 21st through 23rd, we have DFW, G.I. Joe, and Action Figure Show. And this is the show that will have your first exclusive of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is probably going to have our best exclusive that we've ever done. It is also probably our most important exclusive in the whole like history of the Valaverse Action Force. I may have teased a multi-part series that we're going to be doing on the YouTube channel, something about a road to 100, all leading up to something that's 100, and maybe that 100th thing will be the exclusive for this show. Maybe.
Hey.
But yes, our best, most important exclusive will be available at this show. And that exclusive will also have a very limited show variant.
Oh, wow.
Oh. So.
What the hell you say?
That sounds cool.
You will want to be at this show and only this show. If you go to one show all year, it's this show. This show is going to be absolutely epic. Well, I'm not saying none of the shows I'm doing are good. Every show I'm doing is great. This one's like the big one. This is our big show of the year that, we feel like is, we're going to have the most to offer there. I talked with the factory trying to see when the Vanguard ship dates would be. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have Vanguards at this show. Now, there was a chance that the factory said, we can get you, a small amount of Vanguards for the show. But I said no, because you guys know I don't believe in selling something to people when the people that pre-ordered haven't gotten theirs yet. Now, Granted, what they would send me is ones without the missile launcher. So, it's not like, the people that pre-order are losing out, but I just think it's wrong. So I just said, no, we're going to have this, our big exclusive for the year. And, the Vanguards will come just a few weeks after that. But then we'll have the Vanguards at every show after that.
Okay, well, regardless of Vanguards there or not, you have sold me, so I guess I'll go to this one.
I think you'll have to go to this one.
Okay, I'll go to this one. I'll be at the Dallas-Fort Worth G.I. Joe and Action Figure Show. Dallas isn't ready. I'm just going to put it that way. This is actually in Grapevine, Texas, which is a little town kind of in between. I've been here before.
Oh, yeah?
I've not to this show, but I've been to the area. I've been toy hunting in the area. Great place to go toy hunting. Dallas, Fort Worth area.
See,
tons of cool shops.
I was worried. I don't like cities. So when I looked on the map, I was like, oh, that's not in Dallas. And it's in this small town. And I'm like, oh, it's like right by the airport. So this is good because we don't have to drive the trailer down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a trucking company bring all my stuff down, and then we'll fly. We'll get to the airport. We'll go over to the convention center or hotel. It'll be great.
Yep. Yeah, so they don't have like a .com website, but they do have their Facebook page here. So just link is in the description to their Facebook page, but you can just search G.I. Joe, DFW, Action Figure Show on Facebook and find it. And if you're not there, if you're not at this show, then guess what?
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
That's right. You better be at the show. All right.
And with this show, the DFW show, their show is growing so much every year that they've already booked a larger venue for next year. So,
and from what I've been told by people there, this is a bigger venue than they had last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
No.
accurate, but I mean, that's what I would.
That's what I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want all the action addicts there. Guys, I want us to come like a tidal wave. Come like a tidal wave. All right. Because we're going to make this show huge.
Wear your Valaverse shirts. Wear
Yes.
your 3 POA shirts. If you wear a 3 POA shirt and come see me, I will buy you a weapons pack. How about that? Is that cool?
Oh, going back to ZoloCon for a second. In case
Yes.
you missed the post this week, we have a new shirt, a new Vanguard Action Force shirt that is available right now on ValaversePX.com. If you wear that shirt to ZoloCon, you will get a free gift.
Nice. Let me just show that in case anyone missed it.
Oh, such a good shirt.
Let's see here. We got the Pandoras. We got the Action Force logos. I'm looking for the new one.
Oh, you
Crimson
passed
Shadows.
it. You passed it.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, right on the right.
Oh, there it is. Look at that beauty. Vanguard, top, middle, and bottom. $24.99. Oh man, see, some of the t-shirts on my site keep going up, and I don't know why. I
Really?
gotta go look at that. But there it is. Okay. So before we get to the next con, I want to get to some of these chats because they're building up. So let's see here. Timothy Hans, thanks for the super chat. He says, Bobby is going to be leaving action stains and sperm tracers all over Alex's house.
Jeez.
Jeez. God. Thank you, Timothy. We got Collect to Disconnect. What's up, man? He says, please do bloody variants for the Invincible line.
I mean, if you did Invincible figures, I don't know how you could do Invincible figures without doing bloody variants.
Yeah, you'd have to. There's a lot of blood in that.
The whole series is bloody.
Yeah, especially the show. The show
Yeah.
upped the blood factor quite a bit. Let's see. Chalor says he's hoping you'll be able to do Retro Toy Con in Greenville, South Carolina someday.
I hear it's a pretty good show.
Mhm.
Look into it.
And also South Carolina Comic Con. Yeah, something to look into. Thank you, Chalor. We got another one from Thomas Goes Nostalgic. Damn, no MegaCon Orlando. Hopefully someday.
It's tough. I mean, getting stuff down there. It's kind of like what we're doing with Dallas. It's like we'll have to have a trucking company bring all our pallets down there. So it's the same thing with MegaCon. We're going to see how this works with Dallas. If it's a good system, then maybe we'll do MegaCon. But I remember going to MegaCon years ago, years and years and years ago. Yeah, we'll see.
That would be one I think you'd probably have the merchandise driven down and you fly because Augusta was far enough. It was, yeah. If I can't drive there in a day, I'm not driving there. Real quick, just to back up to the Dallas Fort Worth show, I didn't know this. I didn't know all these guys are going to be there. But Matthew Matson says I knew Larry Hama was going to be there, but Ron Rudat will be there. Daryl DePriest
and Kirk Bazigian.
Really? I love that guy.
And Kurt Groening. Kurt Groening was one of the original designers of the Real American Hero line. Dude, there's like a ton of the original Real American Hero creators going to this show. So another reason why you should go to this show.
Heck yeah. Thanks, Matthew. Thanks for putting that in there. Okay, back to super chats. We got one from It's Chad. He says, I'm here. Thank you, Chad. Thank you very much. We got a member chat from Robert Diaz. Thank you, sir. He says, Bobby is modest about his art talent. He can actually draw feet. Also, Larry Hama going to Texas, put a nail in Joe Fest's coffin in 2024. They got Brian Flynn. So,
So it's a toddler show?
Yeah.
Kids only show?
Yeah. They brought in the big toy.
They brought in the big toy.
Yeah. Thank you, Robert.
Are they doing like T-ball on outside in the parking lot?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
We got Kent. Heltzinger. He says, first of all, thank you. He says, hey guys, just started going all in on Action Force. Love the Arctic Trooper and the Urban Commando. Thanks, man. Dude, the Urban Commando was so cool. So good. The gas mask head just totally changes it up. Yeah. I love it. I gave it the minigun. I thought it looked cool.
That looks awesome.
Yeah.
I was thinking if there's anybody out there with some good video skills, or I'm sure you can drop this stuff on videos and make a GIF of it. Someone needs to take the Lord of the Rings scene when Legolas tells Gimli if he wants him to get him a box because he can't see anything. Someone should put Brian's head on Gimli and my head on Legolas and just do that scene. I think it'd be really funny.
Toss me.
I cannot jump the distance. You'll have to toss me.
Don't tell the dwarf.
No,
I mean,
don't tell
no, the
He's
elf.
dwarf.
Yeah, don't tell the elf. Let's see here. We got Headcanon. What's up, Headcanon? He says, successful pulled off mail away figure and glow in the dark. Can you pull off the 90s trifecta with a neon colored figure?
That might be one of our exclusives this year.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. I got the Thomas one. Oh, not Top Goon with the member chat. Thanks for being a member for 5 months. He says, meet y'all at Texas. I'm a hand some action points out. Oh, cool. There
Nice,
you go.
man.
Go see the guy in the ski mask. He's got action points for you.
Just wait till you see what the next mail away is for 2024. Holy shit.
I saw it. It's
Brian
cool.
seen it. Brian
It's
seen
cool. Let's see here. We got Sage LeBron. Thank you for the super chat. He says, I'd love to see you guys do all versions of Sam Fisher from the Splinter Cell games.
I'll have to look it up. I don't know. I'm not a gamer, so I don't know the game.
I remember Splinter Cell, but I never played it. But the cover has a dude with the night vision goggles on.
Gotcha.
I think that's well, whatever. Cool. Thank you, Sage.
Hey, speaking of the Urban Commando, did you see the post that someone put in 3POA just before the show started? I called it the Contra cheat code.
Mm-hmm.
Someone now, you got to do this at your own risk because they are glued in. But someone removed the gas mask from the head, and there's a balaclava head underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks cool without, because it looks like a regular head, with the helmet on and stuff. And someone was like, oh, someone figure out how to do this. And I wrote in the comments, Contra cheat code. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Again, it's at your own risk because the goggles are glued in. The gas mask is glued into the helmet. But if you take it out and you can do it cleanly, it's actually really cool looking.
Probably used a lot of heat to do that, yeah, to loosen
Probably,
it.
yeah, you got to soften that glue up, get it out. But if you overheat it, it might screw up the lenses with them being clear and stuff.
It'd be cool is a new belt that the canisters from the gas mask could plug into. That'd be cool. Just saying.
Or new backpacks that you could fit them inside of.
You can do that too, yeah. He comes with a backpack.
Oh, I mean new backpacks.
Oh, a new one. Ooh, even better.
Not a new one.
Oh.
Backpacks.
Ooh, okay. Let's see here. Just Jeff. Another one from our buddy Just Jeff. He says, Grapevine, Keller, the surrounding area, toy mecca. Yep.
Good to know.
There is tons.
Maybe I'll go out there like a day early and do some toy hunting.
That's not a bad idea. There's a lot of good ones. Rogue Toys, Dallas, Vintage Toys. I went to a bunch of them. I can't remember them all.
Okay.
Let's see here. Andrew Sabina with the super chat. Thank you, sir. Don't forget that invincible internal organ gear pack. I saw that first season. That was brutal.
Yeah.
There's a lot of organs. Thank you, Andrew. Jeff Wheat with the gifted memberships, man. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Can I find? Here it is. Eric Hopkins, Von Rabatarius, Joseph Bett, Stryden, B. Rivera. You all got a channel membership from Jeff Wheat. Thank you so much, Jeff. So stay tuned for the after show. Member exclusive. Thanks, Jeff. We got Life Rants Antonio. Thank you, sir. I bought my first Valaverse figure at DFW G.I. Joe Toy Show. Bobby and Ryan coming to DFW is chef's kiss.
Where do you see that exclusive? It's going to be.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you so much, Antonio. Can't wait to see you. Brian Lacey, thanks, man. Thanks for the very nice super chat. He says, love the show. See you guys in Dallas. We will see you there, Brian. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. I'll be there when it's not freezing and with the power out like I was last time. I went during that huge winter storm they had in 2021. The power was out our last 2 days there.
Jeez.
Yeah, it sucked. And then Jeff Wheat with the super chat. Jeff, thank you so much. He says, hello, my name is Jeff, and I'm an action addict. Just got my 2 Action Force Series 4 orders this week and just now ordered 5 more head packs.
Whoa, my man.
Bobby, why can't I quit you? I'm excited to be attending DallasCon. Yeah, Jeff is coming to DallasCon. The G.I. Joe, Dallas-Fort Worth G.I. Joe show.
I'm like the toy equivalent of fentanyl.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Jeff. We might be on the same flight. We'll see. Stryden, thank you, sir, for gifting a 3POA podcast membership. Who got that one? Let me go down. Let's see. Headcanon. There you go. Headcanon. Thanks to Stryden. You got one. Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for all the super chats. Back to the con schedule. Okay, so we went over Dallas Fort Worth, June 21st to 23rd. Next up, you're taking July off, but in August.
This is one I'm really, really excited about.
August is going to be strong. We got Terrificon
in
Uncasville, Connecticut.
Yeah. Yep.
Uncasville? Yeah.
Uncasville? It's
Connecticut. It's not that big. You'll find it.
Oh, man. I've been trying. I wanted to get into the show for such a long time because from what you know, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I like to roll the dice. I like to play the cards.
Dude, Mark Capullo.
Dude, it's a great lineup.
Scott Snyder.
Got great lineup. Dude, this show, I'm so super psyched for this show. It's in a casino. I don't even care if we don't even make any money. I'm going to go there and I'm going to gamble. You might not see me at the booth all that often.
Jim Lee's going to be there. Chris Claremont.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Great Capullo. Mark Bagley. Dude, this is a freaking lineup.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll have to go get another. I met Mark Bagley and got him to do a Mary Jane sketch for me years ago, and then I sold it like an idiot. So I need to get a new one.
They need to add Bobby Vala to this slideshow that they got on their website. That's terrificon.com for tickets.
Yep.
Well, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, this is a good show. And I believe we're going to have another exclusive at this show.
Wow.
Something a totally different exclusive than the one for Dallas.
Wow.
Yup.
Very cool. Okay. Well, fine. I guess I'll go to this one too then.
No choice, man.
Okay, I'm going to Terrificon too in August. All right. Sign me up. I'll book my flight. Uncasville, Connecticut. Man, I got to get Chris Claremont to sign something. I need to get out some X-Men comic books.
He did Days of Future Past, didn't he?
That sounds right. Yeah.
I believe he did. I should get him to sign my 2 issues.
I mean, he was writing in the 80s for X-Men. Yeah. Very cool. Jim Lee. Damn. And so this is at the Mohegan Sun
Casino.
Yeah.
I've been there many times.
What do you do?
They've taken my money and I've taken theirs.
Texas Hold'em, blackjack. What are you doing?
It depends. If I have like a day to spare, I usually like to sit in the poker room, play a tournament or 2, get a couple massages. But if I want to like aggressively gamble, I'll go to the craps table or I'll go play blackjack. I've gotten better at blackjack over the last like couple of years.
Count cards?
I do. I'm terrible at math, so I can't count cards.
Toy Gains says, just got in. You doing ZoloCon or ToyCon? So ZoloCon, yes. ToyCon, no. But at the end, I'm going to, do a recap of all the cons that Valaverse is going to. So, but yes to ZoloCon. He will be there.
Yep.
All right. Matthew says Claremont did my favorite Wolverine comic. Yep. Cool. All right. Yep, I'll go to this one in Connecticut. Where should I fly into?
I mean, you can fly into Providence and we'll just drive there. It's 40 minutes from here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Providence it is. That means I got to stop in Detroit.
Yeah, no, there's no direct flights to Providence and there's no direct flights out of Providence.
Yeah, not from the West Coast. Yeah.
Rhode Island sucks.
Small airport.
Tiny airport. The first time I remember growing up in New Jersey, dealt with Newark Airport, which you got to get a good 2 hours in that airport. Now, when I moved to Rhode Island, me and my wife started dating. We took a trip to Colorado. She's like, "Oh, what time do you want to leave?" Our flight's at whatever, 11. I was like, "We should probably get there by 9." She started laughing. She said, 9 o'clock? Are you crazy? I'm like, "We got to get there 2 hours before." She goes, "You haven't seen this airport." She was freaking me out. We didn't leave until like 10 o'clock, and I'm like losing my shit. I'm like, "The flight's at 11. She's like, "We'll be fine." We literally got there at 10 after 10, and we were probably at our gate by 10:20. And I was like, "For real?" Like, it's, you walk in, security's right there. You go right through security. You go right to the gate. That's it. I've never seen that airport busy. I've never seen a ton of people there. If you take a late flight, like say you get a flight that comes in at like 9 o'clock at night, it's a ghost town. Nothing's open. There's no other flights getting in. It's a weird airport.
That's like Bushfield, Augusta.
Yeah?
I think it's one hallway. Yeah. Everything's in one hallway. Car rental, terminal, everything. Sherwood Crump says, "Don't hate on Detroit." Well, now I have to. Okay, I'm gonna do a battle rap. Okay, 8 Mile style. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not hating on Detroit. In fact, I was really impressed with Detroit's airport. It's one of the nicest airports I've been in. Last time I flew to Providence, stopped there. It's nice. They have an indoor like tram thing up in the ceiling. It's pretty cool. Detroit sucks. Okay, so moving on from that, we did have a member chat from the Cosmic Gladiator. Thanks for the member chat for 4 months. He says, "Hate to keep asking, but update on UK retailer."
No update yet, man. The search continues. I am plugging away. We were trying to get there with Star action figures. Things are just taking a little longer than I had anticipated. But as soon as it happens, I will let you guys know.
Cool. There we go. All right. Now, as of now, I don't know if you're going to plan anything after the next con, but as of now, the final con will be in Augusta, Georgia at CanaCon, September 28th and 29th. So into summer, hopefully it's a little bit cooler over there.
Yeah. I know.
You know?
Another one. This will be the first time I'm going to this show. This is another show that's continuing to grow every year. They moved into a much bigger location this time around. I think they're moving it into a bigger one next year, if I'm not mistaken. But this show is one of those ones that's really catching fire. So they reached out to me, and I was happy to come aboard and be at this show. So, we'll be at that show. We'll probably have some of our exclusives left over for this show. But yeah, it's going to be a good one.
I couldn't find out where this year's show is at. It's is it at the same venue?
I believe it's at a different location this year. So yeah, they haven't updated stuff yet. I think they're still finalizing some guests and things like that. So we still have some time on this show, but the plan is to be at this show.
So Georgia and South Carolina fans aren't left out in the cold with Valaverse. Yep. You're still going to Georgia, but this time in September.
Yep.
And you're bringing extra exclusives there as well.
Yeah, anything we have left over, which we should have some left over from the previous couple shows. So should be good.
All right, September 28th and 29th. Do you think you'll plan anything else after that, if anything comes up, or are you?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely be open to doing one. I know that Northeast Collector show in Boxborough, Mass. They do a fall show also that I did last year. Okay. So maybe I'll do that one again. Or if there's something else that comes up. I know people have asked me to do Legions Con. I believe that one's in October? Is that October?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's fall over there, like in New Jersey, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll when I'm at ZoloCon, I'll talk to Jeremy from the Four Horsemen because he runs that show.
Yep.
And I'll ask him if he can squeeze me in this year. So that'd be cool.
We have questions about, and I've seen this question a few times. Now I can't find it, but someone was asking about, here it is, CanadaCon. Anything in Canada? Is that a possibility? I don't know the logistics of getting into the country with product. Because
now you have to think about it like this. It's like if I can get a couple pallets of stuff delivered from Rhode Island to Texas, you're within the country. If I have to start importing into Canada, I believe that becomes such a big logistical nightmare. So I probably wouldn't mess around with anything like that.
When I've gone to Canada before, I told them, yeah, I'm going to this Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And the border guy was like, you bringing anything to sell? And I was like,
Oh.
no. So I do think they check, and I do think they charge to get stuff in. So
I mean, what I can do is E-Collectibles is our biggest Canada retailer. If it's something where, you know, we can get product to them, and then maybe if there's a show, I can just come as like a guest, maybe not have a booth or anything, just come there just to experience the convention. Maybe I'll do something like that, but we'll see. Nothing this year though.
Okay. And then there was another one I saw. Oh, this is actually a good question, and I think you've answered this before. But just to reiterate, Joel wants to know, can we get a black guy in gas mask commando style?
There will be more head packs, more versions coming down the line.
There you go. Yep. And then Art says Legion's Con is first week of November. There it is.
Okay.
I knew it was fall. Yeah. That would be cool. That's a good one. And then Toy Collector Magazine. What's up,
Hey, what's
Toy
up, Blake?
Collector? He says Toy Collector Con. Hope you're doing good, Blake.
Hey, Blake, if you're doing a con, man, I'll be there.
Yeah, I need to reach out to him because I told him at Joe Fest I'd get him on the show, and I still don't have him on. And I apologize, Blake. But I will reach out to you, and we'll schedule something if you'd like to come on still. And then we got a member chat.
Guys, I think, just going back to Toy Collector Magazine for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
I do believe, I don't have final confirmation, but we did work on something, me and Blake. I believe there in the next issue, there will be a story on the Vanguard in Toy Collector Magazine.
Hey,
I hope I'm correct on that one, Blake, and we didn't move it to the next issue.
Either way, I subscribe to the magazine, and it's nice to get. Yeah, it's very nostalgic to get a magazine in my mailbox. You know, once every couple months, and there's good articles. You know, with printed magazines and newspapers, you can't be as timely as internet websites. But there's something about holding it in your hand. I mean, I still read paper comics. I don't read digital comics.
Yeah,
I like to have something
too.
physical in my hand.
Me too.
So, all right. Biff Jocko. Thank you for the member chat. He says, would you consider coming to the con in North Dakota? It's called Valley Con, so you wouldn't have to change too many letters.
That could be the Valicon. That'll be it. That'll be our one. I haven't heard of that show. I can definitely look into it. North Dakota? Check out North Dakota.
That's
Sounds
far,
cool.
yeah.
I'll look at some real estate out there. I want a ranch.
There you go.
Check one out.
And then, of course, I missed it because this chat's moving. We have 360 people watching.
Ooh.
If you haven't hit the like button, please do. I had a poll going that the poll ended because I started the poll yesterday, but it said, will you press the like button? Yes. Or you could click no. I'm a Vince McMahon fan.
Oh,
So
damn. That's a burn.
16% of the people clicked no. They're a Vince McMahon fan. So click the like button. Also subscribe because we do this. I do at least a show a week now. Wednesday nights and Saturday nights. Okay. You got questions about Las Vegas Con. There's cons everywhere. There's cons.
Vegas would be bad for me.
Yeah.
Vegas would be bad. However, I've yet to go to Vegas. And I was supposed to go for my 40th birthday, and we didn't end up going. I had a bunch of shows and shit. But something got announced for this year. Well, it hasn't been officially announced. There was one guy that announced it. But I said to my wife, I said, I know when we're going to Vegas, and we're going to go for my birthday, but we're going to go a few days after my birthday because we have to be there for UFC International Fight Week on June 29th because Conor McGregor is coming back and he's fighting Michael Chandler on June 29th. And I said, I don't care what tickets cost. I'm getting tickets and I'm going to that fight. That's what I want my first Vegas trip to be. However, UFC has not confirmed that fight yet.
Oh, man. If they do, you got to go.
Oh, I'm 100% going. I mean, tickets are going to be brutal. Like,
oh, yeah.
You know, but
just
I don't
a couple
really
extra Vanguards.
I don't care. I was like, it's a once in a lifetime thing, you know?
That's total bucket list. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, did you and bring your Conor McGregor UFC Jazzwares figure to get it signed, man?
Well, I was thinking that, but it's like, how are you going to get close to Conor McGregor to get that signed?
True, but you know,
I feel like Conor is going to be one of those. Conor and maybe Khabib are going to be one of those things where I'm going to have to know somebody that maybe works at the UFC in their PR department and be like, look, I got these 3 figures I need signed. I need the full run. Can you help me out?
or maybe you can use one of your movie industry connections to get you into the Roadhouse premiere. Did you see that trailer?
I did. I'm super excited about it. Me and Tony were talking about it the other night. It's like, listen, it's not going to win any Oscars, but it's going to be a fun popcorn movie. I'm sure it's going to have great one-liners and funny scenes. It's going to be great. I'm
usually against, them, remaking classics from the 80s and 90s, but this movie, the trailer makes it look really good. Just a good, violent guy movie,
I've never seen the original. So
what?
Yeah, I've never seen the original.
Okay. You can never give me shit for not watching Ghostbusters.
Whoa. Hold on a second.
Roadhouse is like a man's movie. He rips a guy's throat out in the river.
Is nowhere near the same as not seeing Ghostbusters. Totally different.
Fine.
Totally different.
But still.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, to me, it's like I don't want to taint the new one. I want to watch the new one and just like it and not have to be like, oh, well, the original was this, The
original is like the perfect 80s action movie. It's so good, man.
Is it really?
I love it. I love it, man.
I mean, listen, if you want to talk perfect 80s action movie, nothing beats Commando. So watch what you're saying there, pal.
So, I mean, there's way less guns in Roadhouse. It's mostly like fist fights and stuff. But it's I love that movie. Okay, we got a couple chats here. Carlos Rosado, thank you for the member chat. As a Connecticut native, I can tell you Connecticut hates Connecticut. There you go.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. All right.
Jordan's from Connecticut, and he loves Connecticut.
So, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's kind of weird.
He is kind of weird.
All right. Let me bring up. So just to wrap up the con schedule, I was putting this together 5 minutes before the show. So that's why it looks horrible. But the 2024 con schedule, we got next month, February 23rd to 25th, ZoloCon in Warminster, Pennsylvania. Then in March on the 8th through 10th, Northeast Comic-Con and Collectibles Extravaganza. Was that the one you said you might have a small little exclusive?
No, ZoloCon. Exclusive.
Next month. Okay. And then May 18th, Shop the Curiosity Toy Show in Danbury, Connecticut. June 8th, Maryland Toy Expo in Timonium, Maryland. June 8th. And then the big one, Dallas-Fort Worth G.I. Joe show in Grapevine, Texas, June 21st to 23rd. The first major Valaverse exclusive of the year will be there. And so will I. Then we got Terrificon in Uncasville. I hope I'm saying that right. Uncasville, Connecticut at the Mohegan Sun Casino, August 16th through 18th. And then CanaCon in Augusta, Georgia, September 28th and 29th. There's the lineup so far. And you said you're not opposed to adding more.
No. I definitely look to add more in the fall. So.
Okay, Challer agrees
with you. If you got a show, if you run a show, you want me to come, let me know.
Challer agrees with you. He says, yeah, Roadhouse is not at all close to Ghostbusters.
Thank you.
It is to me. Victor Barnes, Peter Griffin, Roadhouse. That's a classic episode. Robert Diaz with the channel membership. Thanks, man. Stay tuned for the after show. Let's see. It's about 6:17. Let's say 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern time. We'll start the after show tonight. Is that cool? You want to stay for the after show, Bobby?
Yeah, I guess. I always stay. I'll stay for a little bit, and then I stay for the whole show.
Yeah, it's up to you. Totally up to you. I'm gonna need another drink,
I'll be there. I'll be there.
If Mrs. LaserPants is watching, I could use a little, maybe 2 fingers of whiskey. Let's see here. We got now this is a good one. Snotlip says Point Break is greater than Roadhouse. That's a tough one for me because I love Point Break too. Yeah, that's
you want to hear something crazy?
You've never seen Point Break?
I haven't seen Point Break either. I'm pretty sure I've only seen one Patrick Swayze movie in my life.
Ghost?
Yeah.
Oh God. You have to watch Point Break, dude. It's like a cheesier 1980s version of Heat. I think Point Break
No,
was 80s, late 80s.
you're not doing this any favors.
You didn't like Heat?
No, I loved Heat. I'm just saying you're trying to say like it's like it's a bad version of Heat. Like no.
It's still really good.
Here's my thing about like older movies. It's hard now. I don't want to say I'm a movie connoisseur, but I have a specific taste in movies. If I see a modern day movie, it's like, the acting, the cinematography, like visually, a movie has to look amazing. So it's like when I try to go back and I watch older movies, it's hard for me. That's a good wife right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me.
Want to come say hi? All right.
Come on, come say hi.
He doesn't want to.
It's hard for me to watch an older movie because I just sit there and I'm like, wow, this movie's so dated. But it's like there are some movies like Commando and Clash of the Titans and Turtles 91 that I feel like I will still watch and incredibly enjoy. But there are just some movies that I watch and I'm like, oh, this movie's so dated. Like, and I don't enjoy it because I'm just not visually in it. It's almost like if I read a comic book that has great writing and a shitty artist, I can't get into the book because I'm like, well, I'm a visual person. I have to see something that blows me away.
So I haven't seen Point Break or Roadhouse in probably about 5 years, but I think they both hold up.
Yeah.
I would say they both hold up. Maybe Roadhouse is a bit cheesier. But man, that'd be a good like movie marathon. The next time you're like snowed in or something, you're sick, put on Point Break, put on Roadhouse.
So Scott Hughes sent me a DVD of Red Dawn because I've never seen Red Dawn and I have still yet to watch it.
He's in the chat. He just said Red Dawn.
Yeah.
Oh, Red Dawn.
I'm sorry,
is
Scott.
Too.
He sent that to me like a year ago.
Yeah, that's good. Tony says Point Break. He says he likes Roadhouse, but Point Break is way better.
Okay. Isn't it a surfing movie?
It's a bank robbing surfing movie, undercover FBI agent movie.
You really sold me on that one.
Dude, it's so good. It's got Keanu. It's one of his earliest movies. It was like he did like Bill and Ted and then he did Point Break. Yeah. Or was it the other way around? I don't know. Let's see here. We got, hey, Wilhelm, thank you for gifting 5 3POA channel memberships. And I missed, can I scroll up? I like to call out the new, oh, here it is. Yes. I like to call it the new members. Marcus Butler, Joel Bedgeblick, Caleb W., Alan Dawson, and Sean Forrester. Welcome to channel membership. Thanks to Wilhelm Toy and Hobby. Check out his channel. He does a lot of 3 3/4 stuff. Welcome to channel membership. Check out the after show tonight. Let's see here. Tony Robles, thanks for the super chat. Bobby, you need to watch Red Dawn and not the remake with Chris Hemsworth. Don't watch that.
Okay.
Skip that. Watch the OG. It's a great movie, man.
Okay.
I mean, Scott Hughes sent it to you. You got to watch it.
I know. And I feel bad. because I'm like,
I mean, put it this way. It's Scott Hughes' favorite movie.
Yeah.
So that says a lot. I think you got to watch it. And yes, I agree with Tony Robles. All right. Anything else? I mean, we're only an hour and 20. We got 10 minutes we could fill or whatever you want to do. I ran through everything fast.
Was there any toy news this week? Or was it overshadowed by the Vince McMahon news?
Oh, God, Vince McMahon. Let's just say we can't talk about that in detail because it's YouTube.
Yeah.
But were you surprised at all?
No, not at all. I mean, what I was kind of surprised at was, so all those allegations came out, 6 months ago. And I was like, someone's sitting on something. Someone's like, it's not time yet. It's not time. I don't want to be lumped in. I want to get mine when I can get it all. And I'm just like, wow, they waited. Her attorney must have said, listen, wait. He's going to sell the company. He's going to get billions of dollars. That's when we're going to strike. And they waited. They were like, watch this. I was like, oh man. But no, I'm not surprised. Now I'm just like, all I can think of is who's going to run TKO now, because I was thinking of buying some TKO stock, and it just went down, which is good, because they announced the Netflix deal for WWE,
Yep.
and it went up, and I was like, oh crap, I should have bought it before, but now it went down. I'm like, oh, I'm going to buy some now. So I'm just wondering who they're going to bring in to run TKO, because you have Nick Khan, who runs WWE, and Dana White, who runs UFC. So Vince was the president of the whole two companies. But I'm like, who are they going to bring in? Now, The Rock was just made an executive board member. So I'm like, watch them make The Rock the president of TKO. That will be outstanding.
The most Tony comment ever. Who was Vince McMahon?
Right? Who is Vince McMahon? Get him out of here.
He's the CEO of the WWE.
He basically founded it. I mean, his dad.
Yeah.
He took it. He made wrestling what wrestling is today.
Yeah. Rick Dees. Thank you, Rick, for the super chat. Is this guy even an American? No Red Dawn, no Roadhouse. Have you seen First Blood?
I've seen First Blood years ago, so I got that
awesome.
covered at least.
Yeah.
Is this guy even American? I just talked about how much I love Commando, and you guys are going to give me shit about Red Dawn. Come on.
Commando was more, Rambo 3 than First Blood. But
how dare you?
I mean, come on.
Listen, and this might end my friendship with Tony. None of the Rambos can even come close to how awesome Commando was.
Dude.
Yup.
They're just very. First Blood and Commando are very different movies.
They are quite different movies.
He throws a skill saw blade into a dude's. Did he throw it in his head, or like he hit him in the crotch?
Yeah, he basically scalped him with the saw blade.
Thank you, Rick Dees. Nuts. And then Alex
I'm not going to shoot you between the eyes. I'm going to shoot you between the balls.
Alex says, Bobby, are you getting the Ringside Collectibles Brock Lesnar peeing action figure when it goes up for pre-order?
And we just got demonetized.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No. Wow. Analog Toy says Commando is better than Rambo 2. First Blood is an entirely different genre of movie. Yeah.
I will definitely agree with that. When you try to watch First Blood and Part 2, you're like, what happened? Like, when it almost went from a drama to a commercial action movie.
Yeah, it totally leaned into the 80s action movie and all the tropes. Yeah, First Blood was a more serious movie.
Because I didn't know of First Blood until way later in life, because my first experience with Rambo was in the cartoon. Mm-hmm. And the Remco line. Was it Remco? Coleco?
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, I knew Rambo as the scarred up, jade necklace wearing, red bandana Rambo. And it's like, to me, that was Part 2. So it's like, then it's like, wait, what's this First Blood? Like, what? So they're totally different movies.
I like all the Rambo movies except for the last one. That was just depressing and weird, but
yeah.
Tony Analog Toy says from a drama to a cartoon. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you asked about toy news. Oh wait, we got a couple of chats here. Or we got one from Gonzo. Thank you, Gonzo. Off topic. Thank you for the Valaverse shipment with all the awesome Wave 4 figures, and especially to the staff that Tetris that shit together. Cheers.
There's and I said to was it Master Son that messaged me earlier? I think he said something no, it wasn't Master Son. I forgot who it was. I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was. I know it was just a couple hours ago. But they were like, hey, this box was packed super tight and Tetris, everything. And I said I make my staff play hours of Tetris as training. But there are times where I always say how good I am at Tetris, which is a weird thing. It's the one game I'm good at. Some of my workers will be here and they're like, I can't get this to fit in this box. And I look at it, I'm like, watch this. And it's I end up getting it to fit. And it's sometimes you gotta nest some things a little bit, but make sure everything stays protected. So
I got two of everything, and they shipped mine in an actual Desert Condor case box,
Okay.
which means I have another box that I can never get rid of.
I actually packed yours.
Oh, you did? Okay. I can never get rid of that box now.
Well, that was the thing. There were some people that were getting, like I said, they were getting such big orders that we were sending them like sealed cases. And I'm like, I've never sent out sealed cases before. But now I'm like, well, watch, people are really getting the case packs with the graphics on the box, and they're going to like, soon people are going to be selling them on eBay.
Yeah, man. I was surprised to see what Pandora is selling for secondhand, and not only her, but Duster, Tim Kennedy. Those are selling for like $50.
Well, dude, all of them. I was like, wait a second. All these figures were readily available at one point. Trigger goes for like all the Series 2 figures.
Yeah.
Duster, Trigger, Garrison Cavalry goes for a lot. I'm like, holy crap, dude. Like, it's pretty wild. Like, I mean, but I look at all of them like the secondary market value on like Blowback and the Infantry Commando and the Delta Troopers and the Special Ops Troopers. All the reissues that I did, all the reissues of Carrick and Bone Collector and the Desert Troopers. Like all this stuff, the value is ridiculously high on the secondary market. I'm just like, geez, guys, like, what is going on here?
It's it's just if you need to, SDS waves, right? You get them right back out there for people if that can fit in the schedule. And it's good. You want your figures to be desirable, right?
Yeah.
It's good for the brand, and it's good when you get them back out there.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you want stuff to be available, yes, but it's also like how many times are we gonna go back to that well? It's like, for instance, like people are like, "Hey, man, when are you gonna do Bone Collector and Carrick?" And I'm like, I already did them twice. So, what do you want me to keep doing? Rehashing old figures? Or you want me to do new stuff? We got to get to new stuff, like Series 5. That's why I'm really looking forward to Series 5. We have so many new figures coming for Series 5. And I'm really looking forward to getting all the new bodies out there, all the new gear. That's going to be a really, really awesome series to have.
Spec Ops Trooper is going for quite a bit, but would you want the same Spec Ops Trooper again or a new version of it? That's what is there a version 2.0?
Series 5?
Yeah. Version 2.0 of any characters.
Listen, you guys know I always do new troopers in each series. So it's like, I don't know. Series 5, I haven't announced all the items in Series 5.
There you go.
So
exciting. Let's see here. I'm just going through to catch any more good comments before we wrap this up. Felipe wants you to do an all-star line. It's not a bad idea. We got Tony Robles wants you to dedicate a factory to just troop builders.
Well, let me put this out there and let the community mull it over and talk about it for a little bit. So there was the G.I. Joe team when I think it was just before I got to Hasbro. Right after Retaliation came out, they were like, well, what are we going to do for the next, kind of product line? And they had showed these figures at a JoeCon when JoeCon was still a thing. Mm-hmm. And they showed just Paint Masters because they just had mocked up Paint Masters of these figures, like a zombie Cobra Commander and this new Grunt and other zombie figures and other troopers, a lot of troop builders, samurais, ninjas, that sort of thing. Someone may have those in their possession. But anyway. So they did them and they showed these at the show, and people were like, these figures were amazing. Like the zombie Cobra Commander looked so cool. And the idea behind that was they were going to do blind bag, I think $10 figures. So at the time, figures were $12 or $15. They were trying to do just like a basic figure, like a figure in one weapon or like a vest in one weapon, something like that. And they were going to be blind bagged and PDQ'd. So in a blind box PDQ tray. So you didn't know what you were getting. And, so it was just like, you knew the run of figures. It was like 15 figures or 20 figures, whatever. It was across maybe multiple waves or something. And you bought it, you ripped it open. If you got the figure, you got the figure. Maybe there was some rare ones, maybe not. I always loved that concept. I always thought it was very cool because I feel like there's not enough blind box offerings in collectors space. It's all in kid. There's so many blind box kid stuff. There's mini brands and
Lego.
LOL surprise. And then my son got this thing. They make this thing called Magic Mixie that creates this plush thing, but it's this whole like you mix stuff in. It's like $80 though. It comes in this big giant chamber. You mix stuff in and it creates all this smoke inside, and then it reveals what the plush thing is you got inside. But they also do it for this lab, and my son got the lab one, and it had like this monster inside of it. You don't know which version you're getting, but you have to go through and mix these whole things and do all these steps and press all these buttons. And I'm like, that's so cool, that unboxing experience for kids. There's nothing like that for collectors. Like, yeah, there's like the unboxing of the Hiss tank. Okay, but you know what you're getting. Where is the unboxing where you don't know what you're getting? We don't have that in collector. So McFarlane did it with like these little PVC avatar things, which I thought was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't want that. We want something that goes with our figures. So like, what is that equivalent? So I always think back to that idea they had on doing the G.I. Joe line is blind bag figures. So what if we offered a $15 or $20 trooper, kind of like how our basic troopers are offered? You know, if I can get our factory to allow us to get these figures down to $15, that'd be cool. But would you spend $15 or $20 on a figure that you didn't know what you were getting? And say there were 5 different figures in the series and one was really rare, like one camoed version or one like red and black trooper, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Would you get behind that? Is that something you'd be really into, is the question.
That'd be, let's see, the first thing I saw was no, and then I saw hell yeah right after.
Read the word, see if people are into it. Listen, man, I'm not going to do a new item if I don't have like fan feedback on it.
Real quick, Gonzo, thanks for the super chat. He says, to all the haters, everything arrived mint. He's talking about a Series 4 order. There you go.
Listen, man, we pack it mint. We pack it mint. If by some chance that shit gets fucked up, just let us know, and we always fix everything.
There you go. EH has a great question. Could an Action Force blueprint sheet be included with the Vanguard?
In a way, you'll see. In a way, you'll understand when the Vanguard comes out.
There you go.
We are kind of thrown back to that old blueprint style offering in some way, so you'll know when you see it.
Cool. We got Geezy here, became a channel member. Thank you, Geezy. Appreciate you. Stay tuned for the after show. And Thomas Flood with the member chat. Thank you, Thomas. Would love a Frogman type trooper on the old shelf.
Okay.
Noted. Thank you, Thomas. All right, real quick, since I know me and you both stand for Mayfex.
Yes.
What did you think about Superboy Prime?
I'm kind of torn, I will admit. I'm obviously going to get him. Like, I already pre-ordered him with Andrew. But I don't like that they gave him a soft goods leather jacket.
Okay.
Now, the reason is because when something is done in fake leather, it does not have a long shelf life.
Nope.
You see all Mezco shit flakes and destroys. The Nightmare Batman, awful.
Yep.
Other fake leather things, they just do not last. So to me, it's like you don't get like flow with a jacket. Like a cape, sure. Put wire in the cape, sure. Cape, you want to be able to change different directions. To me, a jacket is so small, there was no reason to do a soft goods jacket. You could have just given him separate arms and had the jacket as a secondary piece. So I'm not a fan of the soft goods leather jacket because it's just not going to hold up.
Yeah, you got 5 to 10 years of life with this jacket.
Yeah.
Under the best conditions, maybe a little bit longer, but that's very true. And like you said, I'm still buying it because I think it looks great.
Of course.
I've been wanting this Superboy Prime since they gave us the Kryptonian regeneration suit, and then Cyborg Superman, and now we have Steel. So, and Eradicator's on the way. So,
oh man, can't wait.
Yeah, we're gonna have a reign of Supermen.
Now the thing is, with Superboy. Like we've never seen Mayfix do a leather cape, a faux leather jacket before or anything like that. Because I want to say that their Nightmare Batman was PVC. It was not soft goods. So
I think you're correct. Yeah.
Same thing with Bane. Bane in the Dark Knight trilogy figure, he did not have a soft goods jacket. So this I was just a little surprised at. But we'll see. We'll see how it holds up. Maybe they're doing something better with their faux leather. Who knows? But yeah, well, the Reign of Superman, and then there's only going to be one more thing I need. I need a Doomsday.
Need the Doomsday.
Listen, we're getting Bane.
Yeah.
And we're getting a Nightfall Batman. And it's like the only thing we kind of have a classic Superman with the Hush Superman.
Mm-hmm.
But I need a Dan Jurgens Death of Superman, like regular comic accurate Superman. And then I need a beat up Superman for Death of Superman. But I need, listen, no one's done Doomsday correctly. Mattel jacked him up a bunch of times.
Storm did the video game version.
Storm did the video game version. McFarlane did whatever version he did. So
I think the closest we've got to a good one was the DC Collectibles 2-pack.
The Icons
Superman.
one, yeah.
Yeah, the Icons, but he was small.
He was, and that was the other thing. They were small and dumpy looking. So it's like Doomsday was huge.
Yeah.
Now the thing is with Doomsday, which Mattel actually got this right. If you do Doomsday, you got to do the containment suit Doomsday also.
That'd be cool.
So it's like I want Mayfix to do a containment suit Doomsday and a 2-pack of Superman, beat up Superman, and Doomsday. That's gonna be expensive. But I just like if we get all these and then we never get a Doomsday or a classic Superman, it'll be like such a disappointment.
I mean, I think they have to. Come on, they have to.
You know, it'll kind of be like, Super 7 not doing like Copper Kid and saying, no, we can't do, Vac Metal and then do Vac Metal, but don't do Copper Kid. So, let's just leave fans hanging. But
like you said, they're doing Bane. He's a big figure.
Yeah.
I've heard
Doomsday's got to be massive.
Yeah, I've heard they're doing Colossus soon, the Jim Lee Colossus to go with that because they've done a lot of the other X-Men team. So Doomsday is not out of the realm of possibility.
Who I wouldn't mind Mayfix doing? Start getting some Green Lanterns. I want classic Hal Jordan.
Yep.
I want Parallax Hal Jordan.
Yep.
And I want Guy Gardner. Throwing some John Stewart's too. Like
John Stewart. I'll take Kyle Rayner.
I'll take Kyle Rayner, but a classic Green Lantern.
Dude, speaking of large figures, give me a Kilowog. Give me a Green Lantern Sinestro. Give me a Yellow Lantern Sinestro. I'd take it all.
Jeff, I just said this to Ryan the other day that I want Mayfix to do a Tim Drake Robin.
Yep.
100%.
Hell yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the only one we'll cover. I got a couple chats and then we're going to wrap this up.
All right.
Okay. Gonzo, thank you again. He said I'd spend 15 to 20 only if it's from Valaverse. There you go. Got a hardcore
Thanks,
fan.
Man.
Thank you, Gonzo. Master Son 42. Thank you. I sent a picture of my Valaverse pack job to the boss. On your way to DFW.
It was Master Son. I'm pretty sure it was Master Son that sent me the picture. Yeah.
There you go. On your way to DFW, if you come to Shreveport, we have casinos and better food.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
And then Thomas goes nostalgic. Thank you, sir, for the super chat.
B-Slab. That's what it's called. Yep.
B-Slab. What is it?
That's the thing I was telling you my son got, the lab. It's like a giant base with almost like a beaker. And inside is this figure that you can't see because it's got this liquid that's double walled in the chamber. And you mix stuff in the top and it's just for show. And then it creates smoke inside, like fake dry ice smoke. And then the liquid inside the double wall chamber slowly drops to reveal what figure you got. It's really cool, man. Got to watch a YouTube video about it.
Yeah, he says he's going to use it as a base for diorama piece. He said it was so much
fun. Like the hot toy of Christmas.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Thomas Goes Nostalgic. All right. We're going to be back Wednesday with a solo stream for me. right here on the 3POA, check out the Valaverse YouTube channel. Bobby's got a guy running the channel for him. Very nice content coming out every Wednesday. Subscribe to that, link in description. Link to all of the cons in the description below. And then, stay tuned for the next 3POA 2 weeks from now. So,
Yeah.
there we go. And Espo, thank you so much for this.
Hi, Ryan, Bobby, and Tony. I love boys who play with action figures and collect toys.